people may not consider marching band to be anything special, but being a part of the Marching Chiefs has been the most valuable experience of my college career. There are core values instilled in the Marching Chiefs that have positively and permanently affected my life. Being in the Marching Chiefs has taught me to value tradition, develop a real and sincere family, and to be solely dedicated to an activity that is all its own. The first band at Florida State University with a mere 20 students was organized in the late 1930s under the direction of Owen F. Sellers, although the first formal marching band wasn't recognized until 1941. In 1947, the marching band became co-ed under the direction of Robert Smith. The band used to hold rehearsals on Landis Green. It wasn't until 1949 that the name Marching Chiefs was officially coined under the direction of Robert T. Ronigal. Soon following in 1953, director Dr. Manly R. Whitcomb took over and Charles Carter joined the staff of the Marching Chiefs. Whitcomb introduced the Chief Step, the unique style of the Marching Chiefs that is still seen today. Carter wrote the Hymn to the Garnet and the Gold, a highly treasured school anthem. In 1971, the Marching Chiefs started to gain traction and grew to over 200 students, as well as were finalists in the Best Marching College Band contest on ABC, establishing themselves as one of the country's finest. 10 years later, the Marching Chiefs grew to over 300 students after being invited to National League football games and traveling internationally for guest performances, which is where they adopted the title World Renowned. In 1982, Sports Illustrated featured the Marching Chiefs in an 8-page picture essay with the caption that Florida State occasionally may lose a football game but never a halftime show. In 1984, the Chiefs played at the Super Bowl halftime in Tampa, Florida. Just 4 years later, the Marching Chiefs established themselves as the largest collegiate marching band in the world with over 400 members. With that accomplishment came a practice field dedicated to the Chiefs in honor of Marley Whitcomb. Dr. Patrick Dunnigan, the current director of bands at Florida State University, took over the direction of the Marching Chiefs in 1991. This year was the first year that the Chiefs recorded a CD, making them the first collegiate marching band to ever produce their own CD recording. In 1993, Doak Campbell Stadium was renovated and built in was a new section specifically for the Chiefs. Ever since, the Marching Chiefs have been under the direction of Dr. Dunnigan and now with the assistance of Dr. David Black, who was a marching chief himself. Being a part of the Big 8 drumline of the Marching Chiefs carries its own significance and traditions. We have the tradition of coming in as rookies and earning our Big 8 jerseys with the logos imprinted on the front. No non-member of Big 8 is allowed to wear our jerseys. It is a privilege that comes as being a part of the Marching Chiefs drumline. We hold the tradition of playing our 8-minute-long cadence titled Sequence to march the band into the stadium before the football games. Sequence has been a Big 8 tradition for almost 35 years and still continues to this day. As a current Marching Chief, I feel as if I am leaving my mark in this organization as a part of a long and special tradition. Marching Chiefs were highly valued before I ever arrived and will remain so long after I leave. Chiefs are known for having a saying that represents a famous acronym that is found on most Marching Chiefs apparel. The acronym is MCATDT, which stands for Marching Chiefs All the Damn Time. This is no exaggeration since the Chiefs season starts weeks before the fall semester even begins. There's a week-long preseason training that travels directly into the beginning of the fall semester, which includes rehearsals every day from 3:30 to 6:30, no exceptions. During game weeks, there are performances the Friday night before the game and all day Saturday, including rehearsal and pre-game performances as well as halftime. The weeks are extremely strenuous, long, and tiring. Every week brings the new show to learn the marching drill to, as well as to memorize the music. Chiefs also travel to at least 3 away games, including a bowl game, which is during the winter break. To be a marching chief, I had to learn the disciplines of dedication and what it truly means to fully commit to an organization that is all the damn time. Constantly being around the same people for hours every single day forces a bond like no other. The 32 members of the Big 8 Drumline have become my best friends, my brothers and sisters, my family. The level of friendship that I have with these people is vastly different than the relationship I have with people outside of the organization. Together we go through the hardships and work that it takes to have a successful season, and together we share the benefits of creating music together, traveling together, and having the best time of our lives. We understand and value the traditions of the organization that we are a part of, and that alone creates an everlasting bond. It is with these people that I have experienced the most incredible moments in my college career, and because of that, I will always cherish the friendships I have gained from being a marching chief.